a surreal tapestry of dolls amidst population decline. In the face of a dwindling population, despite a nation housing over 125 million individuals at a population density of 83 people per square mile, Japan grapples with the stark reality of a declining birth rate. As time unfurls its relentless march, the consequence is evident in the more remote corners of the country, where desolation tightens its grip. Amidst this demographic ebb and flow lies the peculiar village of Naguro, a tiny enclave that stands as a testament to the enigmatic. In the midst of this rural landscape, where the human presence is diminishing, Naguro emerges as an anomaly. Here, the number of dolls surpasses the human inhabitants by a staggering 10-to-1. But these are not diminutive Barbie dolls. They are life-sized creations, an eerie reflection of a village grappling with a population vacuum. The mastermind behind this peculiar population is Ramy Island, a local artist whose foray into the uncanny valley involves meticulously crafting dolls to mirror every nook and cranny of her neighbors' lives. These neighbors, who either succumbed to the hands of time or sought new horizons, find an eerie afterlife in the form of Ayano's creations. As one traverses the labyrinthine streets of Naguro, these dolls come to life in various scenarios, engaging in everyday activities from fishing along the riverbank to occupying benches in contemplation. The village boasts a surreal schoolhouse populated not by lively students and educators, but by the frozen gazes of doll students and teachers, encapsulating a frozen moment in time. Ayana's devotion to her craft and the painstaking accuracy with which she replicates her neighbor's essence are undeniably stunning. Yet the overarching aura exudes an undeniable creepiness. Envision a visit to Naguro without the foreknowledge of its peculiar reality. An excursion into a realm where distinguishing between the living and the artificial becomes an unsettling challenge. Picture strolling through the village's quaint lanes under the cloak of night, where the boundary between reality and illusion blurs, and the authenticity of your surroundings becomes an elusive enigma. In such a setting, asking a neighbor for a cup of sugar transforms into a surreal gamble, a venture into the unknown. As of the year 2020, Naguro shelters a mere 37 living, breathing denizens, with the youngest among them already celebrating half a century of existence. In stark contrast, a legion of around 350 dolls silently coexists with the living, a haunting testament to the passage of time and the preservation of a community's essence. This haunting spectacle has earned Naguro the moniker of the Scarecrow Village, where the line between the animate and the inanimate converges in an unsettling dance. Yet, amidst this chilling scenario, a looming query remains. What fate befalls Naguro when Ramy Island and her living neighbors inevitably pass away, leaving behind a village frozen in the twilight zone between life and the eerily lifelike? The legacy of Naguro, a village suspended between the tangible and the uncanny, awaits an uncertain future, a historical tapestry of shadows. Nestled not far from the picturesque shorelines of Table Bay in South Africa, the Castle of Good Hope stands as a sprawling testament to history, its foundations laid in the tumultuous year of 1666. A portentous numeral that hints at a rocky genesis, this formidable structure was commissioned by the Dutch East India Company. Initially conceived as a supply replenishment station for the bustling maritime traffic navigating in and out of port, the Castle of Good Hope also assumed the roles of a military fortress and a grim prison. In the annals of South African history, this imposing structure holds the distinction of being the oldest colonial building, a tangible relic that transcends time. Visitors seeking to unravel the mysteries that linger within its weathered walls can embark on guided tours, delving into the multifaceted facets of this historical edifice. Among its macabre offerings is the notorious torture chamber, bearing witness to the grim chapter of the castle's past when it served as an instrument of anguish for incarcerated souls. Not merely a repository of grim memories, the Castle of Good Hope carries the weight of a darker legacy dating back to the turn of the 20th century during the Second Boer War. This period saw it transformed into a military fortress, witnessing the ebb and flow of conflict, and perhaps more hauntingly, serving as a prison where condemned souls awaited their fate. Governor Peter Vanut presided over an era marked by a ghastly spectacle: the execution of numerous individuals by hanging within the castle's confines. As one treads the ancient stones of this fortress, the whispers of the past echo through the corridors, and the ethereal veil between the present and history seems to thin. Ghostly apparitions, remnants of a bygone era, are said to traverse the grounds. Among them, a specter of particular malevolence stands out: the spirit of a condemned soul who, just before facing the gallows, cast a vengeful curse upon Governor Vanut. Legend has it that the governor succumbed to a sudden heart attack on the very day the curse was uttered, a chilling twist that intertwines the fates of the condemned and the condemner. Centuries have passed, yet the spectral residue of those dark days persists. The battlements, once witness to the meting out of death sentences, now play host to the ghostly apparition of Governor Vanut. Condemned by the very souls he sentenced to the gallows, his spectral presence weaves itself into the fabric of the castle's haunted history, an enduring emblem of retribution from beyond the grave. In exploring the Castle of Good Hope, one not only unravels the threads of South Africa's colonial past, but also confronts the shadows that linger, reminding all who tread upon its hallowed grounds of the weight of history and the spectral echoes that endure through time. Ramy Island's dark legacy. Embarking on the notion of a tropical island retreat may evoke visions of paradise. Yet there exist realms where cautionary whispers urge restraint. Ramy Island, nestled off the coast of Myanmar, spans a vast expanse of approximately 520 square miles. Its serene exterior belies a haunting history, notably marked by the infamous Battle of Ramy Island during World War II. As British troops clashed with the Imperial Japanese Army, the tide of battle turned against the former, prompting a chilling retreat into the island's marshlands. Here, amidst the murky waters, a gruesome tale unfolded, a macabre symphony where island saltwater crocodiles emerged as the unforeseen harbingers of doom. Numerous accounts converge on a singular, grisly feature: the troops, faced with the horrors of war, met an untimely demise at the jaws of the saltwater crocodiles. Diverging narratives posit varying tolls, with some sources citing 980 casualties, others suggesting a mere 10 men succumbed, and another claiming a toll of 400. Regardless of the numeric interpretation, the Guinness World Records have indelibly etched this incident as the greatest disaster inflicted by animals upon humans. Within the depths of Ramy Island's history, the crocodiles guard the secrets of that fateful night, shrouding the truth in a veil of impenetrable mystery. Shifting from the haunting shores of Ramy Island to the Bay of Bengal and the Indian Ocean, a markedly different tale unfolds on the remote canvas of North Sentinel Island. This isolated enclave hosts an indigenous tribe that vehemently rejects any form of external contact, making their intentions abundantly clear through hostile encounters with intruders. In 1956, recognizing the imperative of safeguarding their isolation, the government of India declared North Sentinel Island a tribal reserve, mandating a 3 nautical mile exclusion zone to deter unwarranted intrusion. The Sentinelese, true to their reputation, have responded to approaching visitors with lethal hostility, displaying an unwavering commitment to the preservation of their autonomy. In 2006, a tragic incident unfolded when local fishermen, despite warnings, drifted onto the island and were ruthlessly killed by the Sentinelese. Their bodies were then ominously tethered to stakes as a chilling warning to any future interlopers. Subsequent attempts to retrieve the bodies by helicopter met with a barrage of spears and arrows, underscoring the tribe's determination to guard their sanctuary. The saga took a somber turn in 2018 when a young Christian missionary named John Chow ventured illegally onto North Sentinel Island, driven by the mission to convert the secluded tribe to his faith. Despite multiple visits that initially left him unscathed, his final encounter resulted in a tragic demise. Local fishermen witnessed the sentinelese dragging his lifeless body across the shore, a poignant reminder that the rules governing life and death on this isolated land are dictated solely by its enigmatic inhabitants. These narratives, whether entwined with the treacherous waters of Ramy Island or the unwelcoming shores of North Sentinel Island, paint a poignant picture of places where the human experience collides with the untamed forces of nature and the resolute will of isolated communities. In these realms, the echoes of history and the harsh reality of survival intersect, leaving indelible imprints on the landscapes and seascapes of these mysterious islands.